Say, homie, when I look at them pictures that they show us of him with them white folks on that boat, I say they were that boy. That's why they left him in the water, so that water can wash out that DNA. That's why everybody covering up. Everybody pulled for the when the only in the crew. Everybody pulling for him, wishing they can see what's up under the hood. He already probably been over there with him, homie. Man, go back and homie, I study body language. I study body.
You are a disgusting, disgrace, foul man, bruh. You are foul, bruh. And I just said that in the beginning. How you talked about that. You're foul, bruh. You are disgusting, bruh. How could you? How could you possibly talk about that young man, bro?
Body language. When I look at his body language, he's too docile and subservient amongst them people. And for them people to talk to him like that in the water, they had already been him.
Now, the mama said,
GS3 to Donnie, you know what's going on, man. Like, comment, subscribe, and we gonna keep good vibes, man. The reason why I'm sounding a little down right now is because this video with Charleston White, man, I don't even want to do no talking. I just want to get into it. Shout out Poetic Flacco and the great content he's been dropping daily, man. You know, as far as with this Nolan Wells and with these Charleston White, the Lil Durk situation, he been dropping good content, man. Shout out Poetic Flacco, man. Let's get into the content, man. Charleston White, you are very foul for the things you're about to say about this young black man that got unalived, man. And these people are not trying to give him no justice, man. They left that young man on the island, man, by himself, man. Unalived, man. Let's get into it.
Charleston White lost a lot of supporters. A lot of people is done with Charleston White after this recent interview where he spoke on Nolan Wells. What Charleston White said about Nolan Wells is one of the most horrific, despicable, disgusting things I think I ever seen on the internet. This is not okay, man. Now, I don't know what Charleston White's motivation, I don't know what his desire was when he spoke on this, but this is just terrible. This is really bad.
Every time I've been around all white people. I ain't never been the butt of the jokes in the week. They only do mean white people don't pick on strong black people.
Charleston White just be talking. But just talking in regards to rappers and entertainers is one thing. But just talking when it comes to an 18-year-old kid who just lost his life, possibly in a tragic fashion, is crazy, bruh. It's disappointing. There's no excuse for it. The amount of attention or clips that Charleston White might have gotten from just talking about this situation or being as inflammatory as possible, it's not worth the amount of pain that you're about to cause to that kid's family, bruh. That kid's family got to turn on YouTube and hear you call their son a tap dancing a sellout. There's been so many updates and evidence and things that have came forward in regards to this Nolan Wells situation that Charleston White could have spoke on, but instead he chose to speak on something that does not exist. There's no evidence, no proof, nothing about this situation that has came forward points to Nolan Wells being this tap dancing sellout black kid who was so submissive to white folks that that's why they murdered him. Nor was this even a narrative. I didn't even...
Wait a minute. What? That's what he said. That's some dark stuff, man. It's gonna be some stormy nights. Stormy nights for that man.
Even hear the white supremacists try to push this. Like, it wouldn't make it any better, but if this was already an existing narrative that Charleston White chose to latch onto, then I guess you could, again, it's still inexcusable, but you could somewhat see where he was going. But this is a narrative that he created himself and he's attempting to spew. Now, he just doesn't stop at sellout and tap dancing. Charleston White would even assume and make assumptions about Nolan Wells' sexuality, which to me is just out of line, bro.
They put him in jail. So if that was in that water and they were treating him like that, when I look at the pictures and how he was sitting on the boat, they've been him. And the daddy probably him too, because he looked feminine in the mulatto, boy. They come dead up on.
say some disgracing, foul things like that about that young man. Wow, bruh. Wow, bruh. Now, Charleston, why you be out here talking about the rappers, all that, calling them snitches? You even done called out some of them that really are snitches, man. And you degrade they kids, mamas. You didn't even talk about kids that have passed away, man. You done talked about kids that have passed away, man. Now you talking about this young man that we don't know what possibly happened. We just know he was unalived and left on that island, bro. Left, 18 years old. Didn't even get to start his life yet, really, man. And you would say that, bro? You're disgusting and you're foul, bro. You're foul, bro. You need to be what is it called? They need to blackball you off the internet, bro. For the disgracing things that you say about everyone. Everyone, bro. This is foul, bro. This is very foul, bro.
On the boat with the white folks.
Nolan Wells.
Yeah, he look filming them like they
based on the way he's sitting with the white with
men like they putting that,
monkey in the middle.
You know everybody that boy on that boat. He the only on the.
Then the dude talking, flag on the play. He gonna say monkey in the middle, playing monkey in the middle, and so you agging him on. You agging him on with the clown things and the buffoonery that he is saying. You agging him on. Hey, like monkey in the middle. Wow, you guys are both a disgrace, bruh. Like, for real, bruh. I don't even know how y'all can look at yourself in the mirror saying these things about that young black man. And y'all black. Y'all black, bro. This is foul, bruh. This is foul, bro.
On the boat and he ain't slanging it.
Charleston White created a made-up scenario, created a fake relationship dynamic, and then based off his fake scenario that he created in his mind, he then stuck accusations on Nolan Wells. See, we don't need to dignify Nolan Wells being buck broken by his friends. We don't even got to dignify that because clearly his cap is nonsense, is BS, right? It's absolutely nonsense. But I'll blame y'all. See, Charleston White continues to do these interviews where he spew these nonsense, where he goes off on people, where he lies.
Right, and ain't nobody cutting him off. Hey, hold on, bruh. How you gonna say that about that young black man, bruh? Wait, man, get up out of here. You gotta go, bro. You gotta go. How are you saying this about this young black man, bruh? You gotta go, bruh. You're black yourself, bruh. Black. You're not mixed with anything. You're black, bruh. You saying this about a young black man. What if that was your kid, bro? Would you want people saying that because you have a son, bro? That's messed up, bro. That's messed up.
On people where he says the most offensive thing possible, even about the dead, because
look what I said, y'all.
Enable him. Now,
you talking about people that's unalive.
I'm just calling for people to do better. I'm not saying you shouldn't listen or watch Charleston White. I'm saying, can you not support or give Charleston White the attention when he does things like this? The only reason why he continues to do this is because he understands there's no consequences. Like, he understands, at the very least, all y'all will say is, Charleston, that's messed up, bro, and then go right back to watching the next episode in the next podcast. If y'all at least take away the attention he gives for doing things like this, he's gonna stop doing it. Yo, Charleston White did the exact same thing to Carmelo Anthony, where he disrespected Carmelo Anthony, he violated him, said the meanest things about him, and then when Carmelo Anthony was receiving a lot of favor and it was kind of like positive and lucrative to be on his side, Charleston White switched sides. Now, all of a sudden, he's pro Carmelo Anthony. He's a spokesperson for Carmelo Anthony. And then he switched sides again and went against Carmelo Anthony. Like, I don't know if this is just like the play to where he says these things about Nolan Wells, and then the family reach out, and then all of a sudden he has this come to Jesus moment, and now he's a spokesperson for Nolan Wells' family. But I hope this don't happen. Like, I hope the family don't fall for the bait. Don't invite Charleston White in. Because, yo, this is just Carmelo Anthony is one thing because Carmelo Anthony is alive and well, even though he's in prison. But doing this to a kid who is dead, who you don't even understand the kid's cause of death yet. But yet you're saying because he was a quote-unquote tap dancing sellout, that's why he's dead, when you don't even know the reason why he's dead. It's flagrant and it's foul. And if anybody supports this, bro, y'all are flagrant and foul too.
He's sitting up there like the hoe. He ain't the with his shirt off, with showing, bullying everybody like Adrian Broner do the white folk. He on there in the middle and all the way, and the way they talking to him in the water, let you know he was a weenie for that. Man, come on now.
So a loss of masculinity looks like.
What you mean a loss of masculinity?
That he never had it, like you saying he looked like
he looked like a gay athlete.
Nolan Wells had a strong father figure in his life, a strong father who taught him how to be a man. No doubt about that. Nolan Wells was described as a leader on every football team he was on, including his high school team and the current team he's on right now. Do you understand what it takes to be a leader of a locker room in football? Football is a gladiator sport. Football is a man's sport. Football is the most violent sport ever. When you touch a football field, it's war. So if you are the leader of a locker room of men who are going to war, how can anybody question your masculinity? How can anybody question what you're made of? And the worst part about this too, though, is me actually responding back to this as if this is not just nonsense, right? Like me actually giving thoughtful, laid out responses about Nolan Wells as if Charleston White isn't just making it up as he speaks. Charleston White is just making this up on the spot. He's just speaking just to talk. He's
literally
just to rile people up. Now, I don't know the person that was interviewing Charleston White because that didn't appear to be Terrence Gangster Williams' voice. So I don't think that was Terrence Gangster Williams. But you also got to question the interviewer, bro. Charleston White is one thing. Charleston White doing what he does is one thing. But you allow that on your platform? You allow that to happen on your platform? It's Terrence Gangster Williams' platform, but the interviewer did not sound like Terrence Gangster Williams, which is why I'm calling for Terrence Gangster Williams to fire that interviewer. Get rid of him. That interviewer had multiple opportunities, to step in and say, hey, bro, we're not doing that here, man. Sorry. We're not disrespecting this kid who just lost his life before we even found out his cause of death. We're not doing it, bro. We're not disrespecting this kid days before his funeral. We're not doing it, bro. You see, I think, now, I'm not saying boycott the platform because again, it's Charleston White fault, not theirs. They're just asking questions. But once these platforms begin to realize they're not going to get the engagement and the views they think, but in fact they're going to get consequences when they platform this, they're going to stop platforming it. They would just stop. If every time Charleston White comes on and disrespects somebody in this fashion, disrespect a dead kid, and y'all say, you know what, bro, I'm not rocking with this, bro. Sorry, dislike, unsubscribe, we done with this. Then eventually they'll tell Charleston White, hey, bro, you can't say this. Hey, bro, you can't go this far. Hey, bro, no, not today. Nah, stop, chill. But because we do not stand on business, we don't stand on code, all right? We treat this as if it's laughable. He's going to allow to keep on doing this. This is just not cool. The kid, for God's sakes, is being buried today, and you're on a platform spreading gay rumors about him, saying, he deserved his death or he's responsible for his death because he's a tap dancer for white folks, even though we have no proof of it whatsoever. It's just plain evil.
And say, homie, when I look at them pictures that they show us of him with them white folks on that boat, I say they were that boy. That's why they left him in the water, so that water can wash out that DNA. That's why everybody covering up. Everybody pulled for the when the only in the crew, everybody pulling for him, wishing they can see what's up under the hood. He already probably been over there with him, homie. Man, go back and homie, I study body language. I study body.
You are a disgusting, disgrace, foul man, bruh. You are foul, bruh. And I just said that in the beginning. How you talked about that. You're foul, bruh. You are disgusting, bruh. How could you? How could you possibly talk about that young man, bro?
Body language. When I look at his body language, he's too docile and subservient amongst them people. And for them people to talk to him like that in the water, they had already been him.
Now, the mama said that he chose to go with another group of white boys.
They were that's why he jumping that white boat hopping. Man, what go do that. That ain't gay. Just hopping, boat hopping, and they ain't got a bunch of white girls he chasing.
If riding on a boat is gay, then okay, then you tell me, how would you have suggested the straight and heterosexual way for Nolan Wells to have gotten to the island? Should he have crawled on the water? Should he have hopped on the water? Should he have walked on the water? Should he have walked to the island? What should he have done? This is just nonsense, bro. There was hundreds of people on the island. There was hundreds of women probably on that island. Nolan Wells was talking to a girl all night. Like, why go out of your way to disparage this man, bro, as if what he has endured is not enough? If the white supremacists are already going out of their way to, they've tried their hardest to make this kid look like he was a bad kid, but even the white supremacists couldn't try hard enough. They looked at every angle and every turn. Everybody loved the kid. Straight A student, star athlete. No criminal record. So the white supremacists couldn't really find nothing. So now their only go-to is race hustle, race grip. Cool, I bet. So now Charleston White is giving the white supremacists ammo to go at the kid. Now Charleston White is saying the kid was no proof whatsoever. Why? Why are you doing this? I truly want to know, bruh. Like, is Charleston getting paid to do these things? Why do this? Why? Why say these things about this kid, man? Who is paying you to do this?
That loose go be on the boat with a bunch of white girls. But that loose booty on the boat with the white boys. Every nigga he run around. No. Yeah, he got what he was looking for.
Yeah, he didn't go after no women. He went after some more.
Nigga, everybody, and they probably, everybody done been calming in that boy and left him in that water, hoping that salt water wash his ass real good. They don't get the DNA. Why do you think it's such a mysterious cover up?
If I say you feel this, so you don't feel there's a mystery here. You feel this is, it's pretty straightforward.
If me and my friends do something, we go cover it up too. So what's the mystery? This is.
So you basically saying you would do something like that, though? What you saying, with the stuff you're talking about, not the things that really happened to him, because none of the things that you saying happened to that young man. None of the things you saying happened to that young man. But you saying you and your crew will cover it up. So y'all do some stuff like that. Okay, yeah.
This is normal human behavior. This is normal human behavior, nigga. This is what you call, this is tribal behavior.
But a black man go missing in 2026, surrounded by a bunch of white boys. Is that not concerning?
For who?
For the young black man.
No, black people don't go missing often.
No.
This
we
is
come found. Huh?
Yeah, this is a isolated case. And the LGBT need to be involved in this. He got to be one of them. He wasn't know what kind of sports he played. I heard Benjamin Crump say the boy was a fine athlete.
He played football. Bro. He played football. If you was paying attention or anything like that, looked it up. Watched it on Poetic Flacco. He played football, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Water polo, I don't.
Yeah, boy probably was a swimmer. So he swim fine. Not if they been pushing that off in it. Boy, legs tired. Come on now. Man, listen. Man, come on now. If he like it, he'll let him do it. Yeah. Just like any other that's chasing the. He'll end up in some crazy positions chasing the. This no different. They can't give us no adequate explanation what he doing with these pink toes. And they ain't in the water with him. He lap hopping.
Nolan Wells' family got to sue Charleston White, man. They got to set an example, bro. You can't just come on this internet and just lie on a dead man, bro. That's out of bounds. Now, Nolan was hanging out with those white kids, not because, he's a tap dancer. It's because, he grew up in Ocean Spring, Mississippi. 95% white. Who do you think he would be friends with? Right? The black folks who are not present. Now, his best friend is black. Like, his best friend is black, so he did have black friends per se, but those black friends also have white friends, right? The population is like 90+% white, so of course he got black friends and white friends. Okay, but y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think should be the consequences for things like this? Okay, I'm gonna see you guys in this next video somewhere on my screen, somewhere here or here or here. If you enjoyed.
GS3 to Donnie, you know what's going on. Like, comment, subscribe, and we gonna keep good vibes, man. And you know the slogan. At the end of the day got in, man. They gotta do something about Charleston White. Like he said, Nolan Wells, your family, you need to sue him. I mean, the family of Nolan Wells, you guys need to sue Charleston White, man.